welcome to yet another episode of the Changeroom. I've been saying this for the past 9 weeks now. This is officially the 10th episode. We've been going strong, and we've always been giving you sports commentary that is unmatched, unrivaled, and unplayable. And we'll be doing that forever and ever until they try to shut us down. But my name is Sbu Zulu, and I have a brother that I love to hate and hate to love, Tibs Dhlomo. How's it, sir?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I've got new swag today.
I can see you, fam. I'm super happy to see you. 10 episodes.
Well, for me, it's like 9.
Yeah.
It's 9 for me, but I'm like, the journey is 10.
Yeah, I'm always ahead
weeks.
of you. I'm always ahead of you. It's fine.
10 weeks. And by the way, in case you missed it last week, Tibs did tell us that we are ranked 8th in the sports podcast category on iPhone, on the iTunes platform. So thank you so much for the support for the past 9 to 10 weeks and beyond. And we continue giving you all the sports commentary that you love to hear. And this time around,
come on, fam.
It's so different. It's so different.
We're going to have a lot to chat about today, bro. So we're going to have a great time. We're going to talk about AmaZulu, fam. AmaZulu, I've gone from a relegation battle to a title challenge. So we're going to be discussing them. We're going to be discussing some Varsity Cup. And our boys, the Proteas, they're making a young resurgence.
Yeah.
But I think we have to start off with the Varsity Cup. Like, the Varsity Cup is heating up, everybody. There are 3 teams that are on 14 points each, undefeated. There are UCT, there are Tucks, Tucks and CUT. Yeah. CUT undefeated 14, and like their past results have been really heat, fam.
Yeah.
So UCT defeated UJ 39-34. CUT defeated Shimless 31-24. Tucks defeated NWC 33-15. And Marty's trying to make a young resurgent comeback, only 1 defeat, beat Wits 19-13.
Yeah, Marty's they've been doing great. I think they're sitting on 4th, 10 points. That's not bad at all. I mean, I think it's early stages. I know we are tasked with picking a team. Like I did say, it's still early for me. I haven't watched much of it to fully understand. Maybe it's because I'm distracted by the Varsity Shield Cup that maybe we not even want to talk about it.
No, talk about it because it's a lit score. It's record breaking.
It's record breaking.
The
All Blacks, Wusu or Warsatu University, the match between themselves or the WSTU and DUT wasn't highlighted by the scoreline only, but on the very onset they did the Maori Haka, which it has the rugby fraternity divided as to why would they do that? Do you understand why they're doing the Maori Haka? What does it mean for the All Blacks or for Fiji or for Samoa for them to do that? Do they understand what does it mean to do a Haka? So I saw them performing a Haka, and it sort of like worked well for them because they managed to put past 136.
Yep.
That's a cricket
11.
score.
No, it's like we said, but it's more than 1 point a game, but like so every minute someone's like, yeah, shit, we're gonna get some points. Like it was deafening. Like some of those people, maybe studying is where you should stay, but maybe it's a varsity thing, so maybe varsity is where you should stay. Should have left the rugby in high school.
Yeah, but also remember that DUT were given a chance to be part of this of the Shield Cup, and also it's the first time. It's a harsh introduction to the tournament. Nobody wants that, but it did happen. They got we can only hope that from now on they'll at least lose by less.
Yeah.
And
under 100, fam.
Under 100.
Yeah.
So this match happened on Monday. So after that match, we saw UK's then also were in action. They won their match. So they won their match against Rhodes. So if you want to put it in sort of like a KZN versus Eastern Cape, then you can do that. If you're tribalistic or tribalism, want to push that, it's 1 Amadjan and 1 Amabuto. In this case, but look, it's still early stages for both
for both competitions.
For competitions, but the Varsity Cup is edging up. I was watching that UJ match against UCT. It's close, was very close. And the thing is about these early stages of these tournaments, because you know a player this day, then the following day, like, hey man, who was that number 15 again? Who was that number 15 again? Yeah. But it's still it's enjoyable, man. It's nice.
No, it is. Like, so I think when we get to like the big teams playing up against each other, we'll analyze how the future of South African varsity sports is looking. But I do have 2 players for you that I have that people are looking forward to. So there's Xander Duplessis. He plays for Tuks because that's the team I'm supporting between Tuks and UCT because I've been to Cape Town, I've been to Pretoria.
I've partied in Cape Town, I've partied in Cape Town.
Okay. No, I've great. It was a great turn up, fam. The Lord was there and everything.
Mommy!
But yeah, so then there was Xander Duplessis who also went to Grey Bloom.
Okay.
Grey Bloom, and he was in the Craven Week team. He is a fullback. He scored 92% kicking rate.
That's fantastic.
Out of his 24 kicks, he's got over 20. Out of his 26 kicks, he's got 24.
For the season thus far.
Oh yeah, for the season so far.
Oh,
so
because now I'm thinking 24 in one game.
Yeah. So the past 3 games, he's got 20. He's got a 72%.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's a good fullback. I'm like, if we have a fullback in the Springbok team that can actually kick, then maybe doesn't put enough pressure on the Flauf. Then Cohen Bosch might be able to make it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my word.
You know, so that's so he's one of the players to look out for Tuks. And then another one is for UCT, who I think have the strongest forward pack so far that I've seen. Yeah. Connor Evans, he's the lock. He has had 3 line-out wins. He's made 26 tackles. He has got 14 carries of over 60 meters. Ooh. He is looking like the Evan Etzebeth lookalike is what they phrasing him as. And so he's very important to the UCT Ikes, who I think have the strongest forward packs going into the competition. Yeah. We'll look out for them. We are supporting you guys, and this tournament is really big because Herschel Yankees 2 years ago actually won this tournament.
Yes.
And then 1 or 2 years ago in 2017.
Yes.
And then 2 years later, he's there. Whoop whoop, World Cup, fam. So this is a very big opportunity for these guys, and I really hope to see you guys and to touch you guys in the future. Yeah,
just also onto that topic. I mean, these are the players that he picked up personally. So if you perhaps have noticed some of the talent that you perhaps think that, you know, it was worth watching or worth paying attention to or just keeping tabs on, just let us know in the comments down below and let's keep the conversation going.
So then now we're speaking about varsity football. Now let's speak about the future of provincial football, but let's speak about now provincial rugby because like the Rainbow Cup is not looking strong, so then you want to go on about it?
Yeah, so on Sunday, depending on when you're watching this, Sunday it was like, I think it was the 11th or something of April. So there were news came out that I think it's obviously a journalist that spoke to the Sharks CEO, Edward Kutsia, said that it might not happen, the Rainbow Cup might not happen. However, because obviously England said the South African team shouldn't apply for their visas because obviously there's this South African variant that's everybody is worried about in overseas or whatever. However, 2 days later, Tuesday, South African Rugby released a statement actually that stated that the fixtures have been confirmed, the dates have been released. So as we're sitting right now, it seems like we will have some rugby, and we will have teams later on in the year going, or later on in a few months or a few weeks from now, going to Europe. And obviously with the first match, like the Sharks are playing the Stormers, Bulls, Lions, I think they're starting locally before they can go overseas. So that's a huge boost. It looked a bit blurry as to what's going to happen, but as it stands right now, as to what information that we have right now is that there is a possibility of it going on because of the fixtures that we released, which include South African franchises.
I feel you. Because I know that the first 3 or 4 fixtures are all local derbies. Then all the South African team are going to go for 3 weeks overseas. So it all depends on, like I said, the COVID protocols. It all depends on how this virus goes. So we are really hopeful that it does work because I think it'll be a great thing because Leinster, I think is
Leinster,
Leinster and Munster are the 2 big Irish teams, and I think especially for us going forward into the British and Irish Lions tour, I definitely think that exposure for these players because these players haven't played professional rugby for over a year now because
international rugby.
International rugby. They haven't played international rugby. They've just been playing their homies at home, bruh. They're just playing the homies at their gym with, bruh. Like you can play with those always, but I'm like, bruh, you want to test yourself against the European countries because that's who we're going to be playing. Their tactics, like we play a very South African brand of rugby. They play a different style of rugby, so I think it'll be very helpful for us going forward. So that's what I think. I really hope it does continue. But yeah, further news as we carry on going.
Definitely. And also, just to add on to that, I mean, it will be a huge boost for the teams. Obviously, with the thing of the sponsors, the sponsor from overseas and whatever potential sponsors that all the franchises might attract. I mean, the Sharks already have MVM underlocked and Rock Nation, so it will be a huge kick in between the legs should they not go and play some international rugby, because I doubt the Rock Nations will want to come in and say, yes, we're backing you guys, but there's no rugby that you guys are playing. Yes, you're playing locally, but we are an international brand. We look after international teams. So our intentions obviously was to back you guys whenever you go and play overseas. So I hope obviously everything remains as is and you have some rugby come April, last week of April, I think 29th or something. Come that, I hope we do have some Rainbow Cup happening. And England should stay away from us. The problem is, you see, I'm not sure if England, ever since we defeated England, the Springboks defeated England in the World Cup final, things have never been the same ever again. My hate for England has grown fonder, and theirs for us has grown fonder. I can understand that. But, I mean, let's just put that aside. Can you just play some sports? I mean, because there were the guys who said, these guys shouldn't apply for visas. They should relax.
Because they are trying to, because of our variant of COVID. So I'm like, England, I think they're just afraid to lose. It's just a sad thing. I'm sorry for them. It's sad for them, right?
What else do you have?
Can't win Six Nations, can't win anything. I'm joking. No, I love you, English.
No, you're not.
I love yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was going to try being. I was going to speak in a British accent, but I realized I don't have one. So then, but then you go from. What? That was a great. I haven't said that. That's my English accent. Yeah, no. So we're back in local football because AmaZulu have literally under Benny McCarthy gone from when he took over in the relegation zone, and they're now in a title challenge. But they're the Leicester City, but in one season. They have gone from relegation to now going to second place after defeating Stellenbosch 1-0 with a last-minute goal. And I have to say, watching that game, because I think this is the second or third time that they've scored in the last minute where all hope is down.
For the longest time they have.
And I have to say that that's real mentality. And I think that that's what Benny McCarthy has brought to this team. Because this team was nowhere. There were a bunch of players. They were your friends. You can out there, do skills, hit a nutmeg, shabobo, we're living. They were those players. But then now they're playing as a team and they actually want to win. Which I think I haven't seen a lot in a lot of PSL teams. A lot of PSL teams want to play soccer. We all talk about how good they play, how good they defend, but no one's actually saying, except for Sundowns, let's win. And he's really instilled this winning mentality for AmaZulu, and I have to say, I give him all the plaudits. They're second place, 6 points behind Sundowns, and playing Sundowns very soon so they can close the gap, and maybe this could be the underdog story nobody saw happening
that we all
KZN back on top.
You speak about something that Benny McCarthy has instilled in the team, and also just to go back, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When the new owner Tibs Dhlomo came in and brought in to AmaZulu, he mentioned that he wants to achieve a top 4 finish in this very season. He did say that, and he said he wanted to take those top 3 teams, Chiefs, Sundowns, Pirates. He wants AmaZulu to be right there in the conversation. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought he was delusional. I thought he was losing his mind. I thought he was just being too harsh on the team, and I thought he was putting more pressure on the then coach Anda Dlamini, who then got another role in the AmaZulu team, but obviously in the youth department. Now he was able to back his talk up with activities in the markets. He was active. Yes, he bought in a couple of Orlando Pirates players, but doesn't matter. Those are quality players. I mean, Kola Mlambo, he was great at Beatrice Vets. Came in at Pirates, were not so good. Went there to AmaZulu. He's now part of the team that is doing something great. Augustine Mulenga, he was a Pirates player. He wasn't a bad player. Pirates just didn't use him properly. So is Justin Shonga. They took Mulenga, they put him into them, and then it's working. Now they just recently signed with Thabo Qalinge. He scored that goal against Stellenbosch FC. It was his first game for AmaZulu, and then he came in and then he did that. And you don't only have to just notice how AmaZulu have been doing for the past 6 games. It started well before the season started when the Sbu Zulu took over from Babso Kela. Babso Kela in the final, or rather in the press conference where he was passing over the reins, he did mention that his team gave him sleepless nights. I mean, he was getting quite old, and the team has been flirting with relegation. They've been relegated, and we understand the whole thing of how they came back. Story of another day. Everybody has forgotten about that.
No, that was a great story, man.
Exactly. It was a huge story because of everyone was like, South African football, whatever, is heading for the pits. But then again, it is heading for the pits. How now? Because now we have a AmaZulu team that is right there, that is challenging your Chiefs and Pirates. Where is Kaizer Chiefs right now? Where is Pirates right now?
Living, right?
Are they in ninth? I thought it was 11th. But anyway, they are very far though.
But they're very far from where
they're very far.
They're
Pirates
very far.
not so far up there, but obviously not. They don't want to
competing,
find themselves there, and they're not competing as much. And they are the only team right now with points that as it stands, they can compete against Sundowns. If they win against Sundowns, it casts forget about the 2 games in hand Sundowns has.
Yeah.
They have a bit of leverage. I mean, even if something happens to AmaZulu next season, even if they finish 13th or they not relegated, but like if they don't do bad, it just goes to show that AmaZulu have something going on. Benny McCarthy is not as tender-minded as a manager as people thought he was. You know, back at Cape Town City, he's won a trophy there.
He was great at Cape Town City, man.
And I did say that I don't want him to go and coach Bafana because it'll sort of like hinder his managerial career because Bafana is another different thing.
Yeah.
But if he does go, I hope that obviously he takes the luck with him, and if things don't go well there, he does have a chance to come back and continue where he left off, because I think we do have something going on with that Benny McCarthy. Plus also, just to also add into that, Golden Arrows also are right up there. They third.
Yeah.
They drew against Morocco Swallows. They're one of the few teams that have lost less than 5 games this season. I think they lost like 2. Mandla Ncegazi, head coach, South African. Benny McCarthy, South African. 3 coaches for Mamelodi Sundowns, South African. What are we talking about? What are we saying?
Yeah,
how are we struggling to find?
Pirates out there not having a South African man? But that's a different. No, we won't get into those toilets. We won't get into that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because like we could get into trouble there. That's how we get into.
No, we're not going to get into trouble. We want South African coaches.
Yeah, no.
Sundowns has 3. Take 1, except Roland.
No, you must take. We'll take about the other day. But yeah, no, and actually, because there was actually a scam from Sandile Zungu. It was hilarious.
What scam now?
No, there was a huge scam, bro. Because now, like previously, there was apparently messages going around to former players that, oh my God, there were deposits into their account, so that there was no deposit money to support the AmaZulu like fund situation.
Okay.
And then I'm like, wait, guys, how can you get scammed like this in 2021?
Hey, boo.
Like, how are you going to physically give money that you don't even know why?
Did anyone get scammed? Literally, some of them.
Well, yeah, some of them were coming forward and being like, because then they would go to, because obviously they were targeting mainly like former like football players.
Yeah.
So they would go, they knew Sandile, and they're like, but wait, why are you sending me this message? And the homie's like, this message is not for me.
Oh my
So
word.
then I'm like, so some of them might have fell for it. So I'm like, bro, I don't understand. People take chances in South Africa. They say, hey, you're doing well. So I'm like, hey, bro, let's support. Because it was like, oh, let's support AmaZulu and you must give money, like crowdfunding. So like, they like gave it to former players, like, let's support AmaZulu, but then deposit money. And I'm like, guys, how do we take advantage as a country like this? I don't know, A, how you fall for it, A. But then B, I'm like, it was just really funny to have people go on and like, how can you get, not how you can get scammed, but like, cause scamming is easy. But I'm like, you're asking to deposit your own money into someone else's account. You have to take account share. You can't be the only one that
take account. But yeah, apparently those are, it's a scam. It's lies, yeah?
Oh, no, it's utter scams, utter lies. But yeah, so AmaZulu are facing up against Sundowns soon, and that's going to be a top of the table clash. We are here for the KZN boys. Benny McCarthy at the wheel.
Yeah, babe.
I do have to speak about, because I do actually apologize to people, because for me, I know if we've done this a lot, or we've made fun of Kaizer Chiefs, but now I'm deciding that we have to celebrate for Kaizer Chiefs.
Who's we?
Okay, Tibs is going to celebrate for Kaizer Chiefs.
I'll tell you why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Because I was for Chiefs on Saturday when they were playing against Horoya. Yes. And we are all for that because South Africa, I mean, I think some of us have a soft spot for Kevin Hunt, and I mean, the Chiefs is shame. But, well, you know what I hate?
What?
After the match, so Pirates were playing on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Against Al Ahly Benghazi from where are they
I'm
from?
gonna say Algeria, but
No, it's not. It's not Algeria. I think it's Libya. Yeah, I think it's Libya. However, so after the match,
Yeah.
Kaizer Chiefs fans
Yeah.
took to the streets of Twitter and Facebook. They said, Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs need to come together to donate 500,000 each to Pirates because they learned of the 9.5 million that they'll be getting because they're quarterfinalists.
Yeah.
Now, it goes to show that Kaizer Chiefs fans do not deserve a bit of happiness. Once they get something, I'm telling you right now, for free, Kaizer Chiefs fans do not deserve happiness because once they start getting something, they lose their minds. They forget their place. They forget their place that gents, relax. You must come down. Because now, when you go to Africa, we will all be united, right? You don't see Pirates saying things about Chiefs supporters or Chiefs or Sundowns saying this. But Chiefs, Chiefs, they get just one year draw. One year draw, my brother.
And they don't even, to be honest, if you watch that game, they never deserve that draw. I'm not lying to you.
It doesn't matter because it got them through.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I'll give them that for free.
And Kune, greatness, fam. Ooh. He's still back, bro. He's still got it, fam. Class is permanent.
Yeah.
But yeah, shame, but the fact that he has to still save them is an issue. But yeah, congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs for making the top 8 in Africa.
So
but you
Sundowns.
can't make top 8 in South Africa. But yeah, so they made the quarterfinals, them and Sundowns, 2 teams, and I think also 2 teams from Algeria, and then Egypt
And so here's a crazy stats. There's 6 South African coaches in the top 8 teams. So there's 3 from Sundowns. There's 2 from Al Ahly, which is Pito and Kevin Johnson.
And Gavin Hunt.
And yes,
so
Mr.
then
Hunt.
Gavin Hunt, but please, fam, I hope you serve a living God because you'll need it when you are playing these quarterfinals. When you play these quarterfinals.
And they'll be playing against either Sundowns or Al
Al
Ahly.
Ahly, yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. So I have faith in you guys. Pray, living God. That's who you serve. And play Dumsani Zuma. He's amazing. He's a top quality player.
Yeah.
So then we're gone to now, we're there with the Champions League now. So we've gone from Africa. Let's go to Europe. The UEFA Champions League is having its second leg fixtures.
Yeah.
Your boys, Chelsea, came out, bro. You were stressed, man.
They came to play, boy. They came to play literally after losing to West Brom 5-2. They came to play out in Portugal, and they showed their class, man. They did fantastically well, winning 2-0. 2 crucial away goals, eh?
Yeah, 2 crucial away goals.
And man, Lome lost. And there's not only that. That was, I think, the Chelsea game in Porto. It's like for someone who doesn't support any of those teams, you probably didn't even watch that.
Yeah.
But the biggest match, though,
PSG versus Bayern Munich. I will
one.
not even lie to you. Those defenses never knew how to defend. It could have been 5-4. It could have been 6-5. It could have been anything.
Even 5-5.
It literally could have been any scoreline. It just decided which striker wanted to strike, which keeper could save. But yeah, it was 3-2 to PSG. PSG have 3 away goals going into this thing. So it's going to be all guns blazing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, that is a fixture to watch because I think it's going to be great.
Massive.
Man City, Phil Foden came in the 90th minute to scrape a 2-1 victory against Dortmund. So that's going to be great. Dortmund do have 1 away goal, so we're going to see how that works for them.
Tricky.
It's going to be a tricky tie, but then
Liverpool.
But I have to because that's the team to test. Liverpool lost 3-1. Trent Alexander-Arnold made Vinicius look like Lionel Messi. He literally...
How bad was that boy?
No, he literally... And I've said this joke before, but I'll say it again, fam. And it's with Trent again.
Let's do it.
It's a Trent again,
was?
fam. He was the Uber driver, fam. He was the Uber driver for Vinicius Jr.
Yeah.
He was like, wait, where's your location? Oh, goal line. I got you, fam. Let's go, fam. Gonna be free. I'll give you free ride. It's a free ride today, fam.
Definitely.
Drove him straight to all of the goals. He had an absolutely terrible game. But yeah, Liverpool are 3-1. They have 1 away goal. They're taking them to Anfield, where they have lost 6 out of the last 7 games in the Premier League. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But
Yes.
for winning the Champions League, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I know.
Any predictions for you?
No, it's too early for me. I'm not gonna say anything about whoever's gonna win the Champions League. But all I'm gonna say is that may God be with between the two teams, between Chelsea and Porto. Whoever will go through there.
Yeah.
Listen, like it will get tough for those two.
No, bro. They're
It'll
playing
get
probably
tough.
Real Madrid or Liverpool. I saw Vinicius Jr., bro. Like, you'll have defenders. You can trust people, man. But yeah. So that's just my thing. So the English Premier League, because we have to speak about this.
Yeah, because Chelsea won.
Oh, no, we'll get to Chelsea just now. But we want to get to our man, fam. Jose Mourinho.
Oh.
Jose Mourinho, because I was very confused. First of all, Man United won 3-1. I want people to know that. Man United won 3-1, and they were winning. They were losing 1-0 at halftime. And then Man United scored 3-1 in the second half. Hey, no. But then it was the halftime at the end of the game. At the end of the game, this is what happened. Like Jose Mourinho said the best thing ever. Because Jose Mourinho reminds me of Steve Compella. Like Jose Mourinho is the Steve Compella of the world. Like, if you guys don't know, Steve Compella he's one of the coaches at Sundowns.
Yes.
But if you ask him to do an interview, it is the best thing you've ever seen ever.
No, but Steve doesn't really complain. He just has ways that he explains something.
He explains.
Jose Mourinho complains every time when he loses.
No,
and the way he diverted from losing 3-1 to talking about how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said he won't feed Son if he was his kid.
Yeah. No, it was the greatest. Because that's what I said. Because I was saying with Steve Compella, like Steve Compella also creates pictures, fam. He deflates, fam. So I want you guys in the comments to go for your best Steve Compella comparison. What's your best thing he's ever said? Because Google him, it's the best thing ever. But Mourinho said...
He doesn't like that, by the way.
Oh, no, he's amazing. But it's because the multiplication table, if you can follow the Google Maps, you can map out a way to victory. That's my Steve Compella explanation. But yeah, Jose Mourinho, after losing to Man United, refused to talk about it. He decided to speak about Song, who got injured or got committed a foul against on his way to the goal line. So the goal got cancelled out. And he said the best part, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was like, nah, B, like, he wasn't injured. But if my child did that, I would not feed him. Jose Mourinho decided to say, you know what? If I was Son, I would be happy that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not my father. Because a father needs to feed his son no matter what happens. Bread is bread and cheese is cheese. Bread is bread and cheese is cheese. But why did Tottenham lose? No one knows. No one understands, but bread is bread.
We don't understand.
So then what's your best Jose Mourinho quote? But yeah, Man United won 3-1, but now we can discuss Sbu.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea and the top 4 race is heating up.
Yo.
It is heating up. West Ham United somehow are proving me right. 3-2 against Leicester City. I told you guys Leicester City are going to fall off. Jesse Lingard again, flourishing like he always does.
Messi Lingard, come on, man.
Lingard,
put some respect.
9 games, 8 goals, 3 assists. Untouchable. I don't know.
Unplayable.
Unrivaled even.
Come on.
But yeah, so now it's a very tight horse race between Liverpool, Chelsea, West Ham and Leicester. It is, I think it's 4 points between
3rd and 6th.
The 3rd and 6th. And Everton still have a game in hand, but they're 1 point behind.
Yes.
And West Ham still have to play Chelsea. It's a tough game, but yeah, Chelsea won, bro. And Kai Havertz actually scored. I'm like, what?
Wait, Kai Havertz scored and assisted. So, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not happy with that goal because it looked very weird. However, he did score, so that's all that matters right now. If you can get it over the line, that's all that matters. Whether it's with your bum, your head, your ears, it doesn't matter. That's great. It's good for Chelsea. It's good for the top 4 race. It's gonna heat up. It's gonna go to the ultimate last flipping day, man.
Yeah, no, and I'm gonna say it again for all of you at home. It's gonna be Man City 1, Man United 2, Liverpool 3, and Chelsea on the last day of the season gonna come 4th. But West Ham might prove me wrong. But I'm telling you, that's going to be the top 4, bro. I've said it here. You heard it first. You know it's true.
Oh, my gosh. I love the fact that this is recorded.
It's recorded.
Love the fact that the way I'm going to play this clip over and over again if that doesn't happen.
You can play it over and over again.
I don't see Liverpool going to 3rd.
Watch me.
Okay.
Watch me. You don't have the vision, you see. He doesn't have the foresight.
It's fine.
I have the
Let's-
foresight.
Let's talk cricket.
But let's talk about the Proteas because they are doing wonders. Now I have to.
Very
I have
confusing
to,
wonders.
Yeah, very confusing
yeah.
wonders. But I do have to apologize to somebody, to somebody. On this channel, I've seemed to make fun of Adrian Markram a lot, and you know what? He has made a lot of runs recently. So I have to say,
what makes you change your sentiments about Aiden Makram?
no, the fact that he's doing what he's meant to do, which is bad.
Yeah, so are you now willing to sit down and wait for the man to kick in? Because I've always told you that Aiden Makram was not captain for no reason when he was playing for the under-19s. He did not lead those guys to victory when he was playing there. And I told you that the first time I watched that guy bet for the Proteas, I was like, this boy right here definitely is a future skipper. Well, maybe not now, but I did say future though. That time, I told you, 2 consecutive half times, bruv.
Yeah, so that's why I'm here to admit to you guys that I have yet to be proven wrong, but I am not right at this moment in time.
You know what? It's fine. Overall performance.
But overall performance, I'll have to say that our bowling lineup really shone today. Our bowling lineup really, in the second T20, we won by 6 wickets. And I genuinely think we have to look at playing George Linder because he's been performing very well domestically.
Domestically, yeah.
He's still a spinner. And he bats. Like
all-rounder.
I think that is something that's really important. Like Shamsi, who usually plays, but like if he does not bowl and get wickets, he's redundant to the team.
Gets one, sometimes nothing.
Exactly. So I have to think George Linder has really put himself forward. Adam Markham has done really well, and like the team is looking pretty decent. It's some new additions that I have not seen, like that Williams kid.
Lizard, yeah.
That Williams kid, but he has a bit of Dale Steyn anger in him. I like it. Like I like what I see. I like to see some aggression, and I'm like, bruh, it's looking like the new, even Bern Hendricks has been around, but he's doing really well. Like the new, not well, but like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I'm starting to see more than, because our bowling lineup is Ngidi, it's Steyn, that's Steyn, Ngidi, Rabada, and Noki. Like, that's it.
And you know what? Just comparing it, both the first and the second ODIs, I think you know with the process right now, you can. It's hard to pick out where we are not really refined as yet. I mean, the first ODI we set up 188. That's like a massive score. We were supposed to, with the projected score or total, I'm sure we could have gone to like a mere 230, 210, or perhaps 210, and we went to 188. It wasn't a bad performance with the bats. However, it got a bit tricky for us with ball in hand. I mean, we had to push Pakistan to their highest run chase in their T20 history. And it was an incredible effort. It's hard for me. I've been seeing people talking about how the Boucher and men have to take accountability as how to we keep on losing or whatever. I get that, and it's true. However, at the same time, if we look at other aspects and trying to decipher the match and see, like, look, it wasn't a bad total. Maybe it wasn't as great with the ball in hand, and looking into the second one, I think we didn't set up much. We set up like 141 or 140.
They
set up 140. We chased 141.
Yeah.
And it was a successful run chase. We had a fantastic bowling performance. Lizard, Williams, Beren Hendricks. His problem is that some of the times he would get you that maybe 1 or 2 Nyana wickets, but he would concede a lot. So that's why he just perhaps goes under the radar of compliments most of the time. He's not a bad cricketer. However, it's just that he hasn't really found his pitch yet, if I can put it that way.
Yeah.
And there's that, and then there's Aiden Markram, who obviously did that half times twice, and then Henry Clausen led us absolutely well in the second one because he hasn't really been well. And I think being a captain, it does come with a bit of pressure, especially for a country like South Africa, who for the longest time have been under the coach, and haven't been really performing well. And once you start picking up a couple of digits on your stats, they give you captaincy, and then when you are required to perform, then it is a problem. And look, without the what 3-5 guys that are in the IPL, we seem to have something going on. But my only problem is that, or fear is that we've been measuring ourselves against the same opposition. We are obviously in June, July we're playing. Are we going to Ireland?
Yeah.
So we obviously then we get to see how far we've come, how far we have to or could go. So it's still okay that we're getting those few victories here and there. And
like you said, like I like it because a lot of our main players are in the IPL play, and that's why they're there. So then, like, also the IPL has started, like they had the first round of fixtures. So I want to speak about just the South African players that are in the IPL, so that you guys can look out for them and like give them the shout outs, bro. So then we have the Cock, who's playing for the Mumbai Indians. David, our boy Militan, is out there playing for the Rajasthan Royals.
Can support that.
Rajasthan Royals, and then also Chris Morris, also a great all-rounder, also playing for Rajasthan Royals.
The most expensive foreign player in the IPL history, 30 million. Yep.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. Like he was a really nice, and like as I said, I think he was underutilized in South Africa in my mind.
But he wasn't that.
He wasn't that great. But like but he wasn't that bad either. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then AP de Villiers still around playing cricket.
You said Proteas play. You said Proteas players to look forward to.
No,
you
but
counting AP de Villiers.
Maybe we'll bring AP de Villiers back, but you never know, fam. But
I hope he comes back for the T20 World Cup, eh?
Exactly. Maybe he'd be like, hey, let me hit a quick short trip just for the boys, young retirement. But AP de Villiers playing for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Yeah. And my favorite team and my team of the Chennai.
Me too.
Yeah, no. See, we are agreement for one time. Like,
second time.
Yeah, second time. We're in agreement. Like, for me, I've supported the Chennai Super Kings when Makai Ntini was there.
Yes.
I used to love it, bro. I'm like, because Ntini was my favorite player. I'm like, yeah, shame he was here, bro. So the Chennai Super Kings have Faf du Plessis, Imran Tahir, and Lungi, the RoboCop Ngidi. and then obviously Nordki, our two bowlers, are playing. Nordki and Rabada play for the Delhi Capitals.
Yeah, DC. And did they lose their
first game? No, they won. They
won against the CSK.
Yeah. So then the Delhi Capitals, they beat the Chennai Super Kings in game 1. But there's so many games. The Chennai Super Kings will make it back. Imran Tahir is a fantastic spinner.
Yep.
Especially in T20. But yeah, so
7 weeks to go, so we'll see. We'll keep you updated whenever you obviously get a chance. I think we obviously will have a bit of segment just to really mention some of the IPL highlights
players and how they're doing.
So that's definitely it. Yeah.
So then, Sbu, what other news do you have for us, my guy?
Yes. The magic card.
Because it was the Green Jacket tournament.
Yes.
That's how I call it. And that's
definitely.
How it is,
definitely the Masters. Yeah, the Masters actually took place. Started that week from Thursday until Sunday. 4 days of massive, awesome golf. Hideki Matsuyama became the first Japanese to win, or the first male Japanese to win the Masters. He won by a short lead over Will Zalatoris. I forgot his name. Zalatoris, yes. Zalatoris, yes. It's Will Zalatoris, and it was a massive surge into the lead for Matsuyama because for the first 2 days Justin Rose was leading. He has those slender lead, like 2 shots lead going to the third or the first, second day. But after day 3. Matsuyama came out of nowhere. He shot a 7 under 65. He went straight to the top, and after that he was unplayable. He couldn't. He was really going with it, and it was doing really well, and eventually became the winner. And just a quick shout out to Phil Mickelson, man. At the age of 51, he finished on par. He finished on par with obviously on the Masters after 4 days. Guys like Dustin Johnson. I'm thinking Dustin Johnson. You see, DJ Dustin Johnson. Yes. He missed the cut. I think it was on the second day. Bryson DeChambeau.
Bryson DeChambeau was day one, bro. He was out there.
Even I was shocked. The commentators said that this guy will not win the Masters. That was day one. It's not even done. It's not even done with this guy without. Yeah, but he has some really really terrible shots with those guns. With those guns, but yeah, that's what it is, man. And shout out to Hideki Matsuyama, fantastic. I'm seeing he's been getting props from Tiger Woods, Naomi Osaka, some fantastic bowling. So please, golfing,
putting, driving,
and driving. Yes,
and
hitting the
chipping.
Yeah, run.
Wait, what else?
Wedging. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you wanna go further? Do you wanna go?
No, man, I'm trying to think.
Bogey, birdie.
No, I'll albatross it. I'll albatross it.
Well
you
done.
Education.
Okay,
I have it, fam.
okay,
I have
that's
it.
the one.
I have
Right.
it.
In other news, right? In other news that I think it's worthy for us to celebrate. It's fantastic to see South Africans doing amazing things. Cass Naidoo, she's a seasoned presenter when it comes to cricket, and she'll be joining up with Sky Sports for Sky Sports 100. I think it's it's a format for franchise cricket there. With obviously it's pretty much like some of the tennis cricket greats. It'll be played over 100 balls. So I think that will start in July, if I'm not mistaken. So she'll be joining up with that team. That's absolutely. She's joining up with I think it's Andrew Flintoff.
Yeah.
She's joining Ebony. She'll be joining. I think. Did I see?
I want to say Kevin Peterson, but
Yeah, Kevin Peterson is there. Kevin Peterson is there.
See, I want to say Kevin.
Did I
Peterson.
say Josh Buckler? No, it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't Josh Buckler.
But yeah, but she's joining up. She's joining up quite a very esteemed a panel of people that are actually very seasoned cricketers in their time and everything. So that's really great. So really proud of her and shout out to her. And in case you missed it, Banyana, do what Bafana cannot do and win.
Yeah.
And they won. It was a friendly game against Zambia. They won 3-1, but they still won, which is absolutely great.
Which Bafana can't.
Yeah, well, Bafana cannot win anything.
Yeah. So we started a new segment last week, comment of the week. So we've been channeling through your comments. So in the next 2 to 3 episodes, we'll be going through them. Like I know we have some, we have one comment that wants us to discuss the NBA. So then in the following weeks, we're going to have a segment on NBA and how the playoffs are looking, because the playoffs are starting at the end of April. Yeah. I know that next week we're going to be discussing the men's hockey team, because they've actually qualified for the Rio. Rio? No, it's not Rio. Tokyo, fam. Yeah, Tokyo.
This guy.
Yeah. It's the Tokyo
Olympics, no.
I'm like, yeah, the Tokyo Olympics. So they qualified for the Tokyo Olympics, and they're having a crowdfunding in order to fund them, because there isn't enough funding. So we're gonna have a segment on that next week. Yeah. But then our one comment that we decided to choose for this week is by a girl called Ibsida. She decided to ask us, why do guys care more about sport than food? And I said, well, because sport is life.
Wrong answer. Sport is food.
Sport is food, so that's the thing. So sport is
I am
food.
full from speaking about sports.
Me too. To be honest, let's be honest. Let's be honest. We were so hungry today, guys. No, like I'm being very serious. I'm being very serious, guys. We were extremely hungry before we came to set, because we had to come early because we have TikTok videos. So you're gonna follow us on our TikTok videos. Tibs _Dhlomo. Like follow us, you'll see it there.
Say me too.
Yeah,
Sbu Pranks.
Sbu
Pranks. I mean.
Yeah, Sbu Pranks.
That's the one.
That's the one. Our Changeroom one are gonna be open up next week. But yeah, so then we came early for our TikTok videos and we both forgot to eat. I had to do my haircut. But then now I'm full.
You got a haircut?
You see, look at this fade, bruh. This fade is real. Why you gotta be hating? What?
Your fade is faded.
What? Why you gotta be this way?
Your fade is faded.
Why you gotta be this way? But yes. So we were hungry before we came, because we both never ate, because we both had a busy morning. Yeah. But we are now full because we have discussed sport. So then that is your answer to your question.
We are not done.
And we are not done, because we have to discuss our most valuable player.
Yes.
MVP. Yeah. That means that the most valuable player in any sport across the world, anything, my MVP, just because I want to show I'm not a hater, is Adrian Markram.
Boys!
For 2 games, he's out there, carried the Proteas. I'm gonna give it to Adrian Markram.
Liar, that's good. That is good. I'm happy that you chose that, because I was gonna make you choose that. But anyway, my one, actually, like I did say, I mentioned Hideki Matsuyama, fantastic. That you don't get a better comeback than that. In major tournaments, by the way. So that's one. That's literally my most valuable player of the week.
Yep. Then my team of the week. So that's a team who has done the best this week. Has got to be West Ham United, who after 31 games is somehow still in the top 4. Like, they are forever blowing bubbles, fam. They're already, Jesse Lingard is doing the things. He could be the Bruno Fernandes to West Ham United. I had to throw in a Man United thing. It's just
Bruno Fernandes has 16 goals in the league.
No. Bruno,
so many penalties.
Yeah, he's
anyway,
lived, fam. He's lived.
My team of the week, really, I think this is like for the first time in like, maybe in like the 9-10 weeks we've been working together, I think the Proteas deserve something. The Proteas deserve something. I mean, for both the first and the second ODI, as much as we lost the first one, yes, but no, man. I mean, I'm not sure how often we'll have these moments whereby we celebrate Proteas. So yeah, Proteas for me this week. Well done, lads. Bauchi and Charles and everybody. Well done,
boys, man. Yeah. And then my fixture of the week had to go to Bayern Munich versus Dortmund. Not Bayern Munich versus Dortmund. Bayern Munich versus PSG.
Yep.
Just because if you want to see people attacking and just not caring about their goalkeeper or defending, that's the game to watch. And a special shout out to Trent, fam, the Uber driver.
The Uber driver. Jesus. My fixture of the week. Dude, I mean, for 4 days I've been watching golf.
Yeah.
I started watching at 4 and sleeping at 2 a.m. 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. What else would I be watching?
Yeah.
Well, it has to be golf. I mean, it has to be my fixture for the entire week. So yeah, but obviously I did enjoy watching some West Ham. I did enjoy watching United, as much as controversial, of course. But even the Chelsea game was good. It's a good for us, bouncing back, scoring 4 goals. My Christian Pulisic grabbing 2.
Pulisic was back, man.
It was a great all-round performance everywhere. Even Banyana themselves, it was a great fixture. I watched it on YouTube. So I have to make I have to make sure that I'm all over it. So yeah, I always have a lot of things, but I have a couple. But really, I think obviously the Masters for me was fantastic. Phil Mickelson, actually one of my MVPs. I actually planned to mention him, but I forgot because there's so many of people to mention. But yeah, even Phil Mickelson it was fantastic. Yeah.
So in the comments below, give us all of your people that you are saying. But yeah, any predictions for next week?
You know what I'm looking for?
What?
I'm looking for the last name that I was trying to pronounce. Will Zalatoris.
Will Zalatoris.
Before I get, I'm gonna get shambocked by people in the streets there. So yeah, some of the fixtures you can look forward to this week. Obviously, it's a massive games. He's already mentioned the first leg of the Champions League is obviously happening this week. Once again, second leg. All the teams that we talked about. Chelsea have a 2-0 advantage. Man City have a 2-1 advantage. Liverpool are down 3-1. PSG have a 3-2 advantage. Bayern have that 2 goals away at home that they can take.
We can take it. They can take it. I think Bayern will come through, fam.
So yeah, and that's sort of some of the fixtures in the DStv Premiership. It's a massive one. It's a repeat of the final day of last season of Kaizer Chiefs taking on Baroka FC. That will happen, and there's a Nedbank Cup, which is massive. This is probably gonna be the match of the week.
Yep.
I can assure you, this is gonna be sparks flying, even if it's not as hard or it's not as competitive as we think it would be. Maybe Sundowns will go over and win 4-0. It doesn't matter. No. I'm just saying. I don't want it to happen, of course.
No.
So Sundowns will take on Pirates in the Nedbank Cup, and this is FA Cup weekend. There's Chelsea and Manchester City. Both these two teams have tricky tasks as we're talking right now. They'll be playing in their Champions League second legs, and then they're playing each other in the FA Cup. Both of these teams want this trophy so bad that obviously Man City look set to win the league. And also, they want to win the trophy and also do well in Europe. Chelsea, this will be a huge boost for them. They need the trophy. This might be the ticket for them to literally go into the top 4. Also in going to Europe, because that's one way. That's another ticket. Then Leicester City and Southampton have another they're on the other semi-final clash, and then the Proteas and Pakistan on the third T20 match that's happening on Wednesday. And it's going to be massive. I suspect a same lineup from Bauchi. I don't think there's gonna be much changes there. I don't expect much changes. So of course, I would love to see some other players. By the way, shout out to Sisanda Makala grabbing his first wicket. It was fantastic off that very dangerous Rizwan. It was around the 50 there. They took him out fantastically well. So yeah, that's it for myself.
And there'll also be some Varsity Cup also. So we'll be back with some Varsity Cup. So I just want to say thank you guys again for listening. So you guys can follow us on all streaming platforms, and you can follow us at the Changeroom ZA.
Yep.
We finally got TikTok for our 10th episode, so watch out for our TikTok. So
What do you have for 20th episode?
Hey, let's discuss. Let's get
A bank account.
a bank. Yeah, we can. I'll put my bank account in the comments below, and you guys can.
We'll start charging for all this content we are giving.
So then you can start following us on our TikTok. So again, thank you guys. My name is Tibs. He is Sbu. We are the Change Room. Goodbye.